welcome to your weekly reading for August 23rd through the 29th. These are going to be your messages for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. On the 23rd, which is today, Sunday, we are moving into Virgo season. So Virgo season is a good time. It's an earth sign, right? So it's a good time for grounding. And those of you that don't know what that means, it just means letting your feet touch the earth. So take your shoes off and go for a walk in the nice grass. Feel the dirt between your toes, or go out to the beach and get the sand between your toes. Just feel the earth. It helps to ground you. If you cannot do that, physically do that, if there's some reason that you can't walk barefoot in the grass, then you can do it through meditation, but it's a really cool thing to do. So Virgos are also very detail-oriented and organized, very meticulous. So Virgo season is a good time to get organized, to get ready for a new school year, or to get ready for fall, autumn, which is one of my favorite times of the year. I love the food. I love the pumpkin and the apples and the cinnamon smells. So those are good things to do in Virgo season. If you have not already done so, I do want to ask you guys to subscribe to my channel. It's very easy to do. Underneath the video, you should see the word subscribe, probably over to the left, and it'll be in red. So you can just hit that and you will be subscribed to my channel. It's totally free to subscribe to a YouTube channel. And then once you hit that subscribe button, you can hit that bell and you'll be notified when I do upload a new video. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the fire sign reading for August 23rd through the 29th. And I'm looking for 3 cards from the Rider-Waite deck to get us started on our messages. I will pull clarifiers as needed, and I do have some oracle cards down here that I will also use just for some final words of wisdom from Spirit. Okay, so what's coming up for the fire signs this week? There's one. Coming up for the fire signs. It's too many. Fire signs, week of August 23rd through 29th. There's 2. Well, I got 4. We're going to go ahead and use them. I will put the camera down so you guys can see the cards and not me. So I got 4 cards instead of 3, and I'm going to go ahead and read them. I'm actually looking at these 2 cards together. So let's talk about the first card, which is the 2 of Wands. Wands represent fire signs. So the 2 of Wands is a period when you are just looking out on the world and seeing what direction that you want to go to, what direction you want to go in. 2s are always decisions, right? This guy literally has the world in his hand, which means he is looking out on the whole world to decide what he wants to do. He's not just looking in his own neighborhood. He's looking at the whole world to make the decision, where does he want to go and what does he want to do. Okay, the next card we have here is the Devil card. The Devil card comes into, first of all, it is my major arcana card for the Capricorn sign. So, you know, maybe a Capricorn will have something to do with this reading. If not, the Devil card represents a time when you are stuck, or you feel stuck, or you have been stuck. If you notice, these chains that are binding these people to the devil are really pretty loose. Like they could get out of this at any time, but for whatever reason, they are keeping themselves stuck in this situation. Because of that, the Devil card is kind of considered a lie. It's like you can get out whenever you want. You feel like you're stuck to this situation. You are keeping yourself stuck to this situation. This could, by the way, be anything. We can keep ourselves stuck to so many situations that are not good for us, It can be a relationship that we feel stuck in. It can be a job that we feel stuck to. Like we feel like we have to be tied to this, but we do not. So that's the message of the devil. So the good news is the Five of Swords is a conflict. There's no other way to read it. It is a conflict that is coming to a head. The message of the card is if you want, there's something going on. If you want to stay and fight, you can win the battle, but at what cost? Sometimes it's better to do what these guys are doing here, and that is to walk away from the situation. With this card of conflict, you have the Strength card. So this comes along in a time when you're going to have to muster all of your strength, and sometimes that's feminine strength, right? Tact and diplomacy instead of muscling strength to work through this situation. What's interesting about this is with these cards here, I don't know if it's stay and fight or if it's walk away. I feel like either one of those situations would require some strength to do. Especially because these addictions, I'm going to call them addictions, things that we're addicted to, whatever it is, can be really, really powerful. It can be hard to break free from something when you have an emotional attachment to it, when it has become such a habit that you can't see a way past it. These can be pretty powerful things. So when you have a 3-card spread, you can kind of look at it as this is kind of in the past, and this is what has brought us to where we are today. This is where we're at right now, and this is what's coming up in the future. Because this is a weekly reading, I'm saying that this is what's coming up this week. This feeling of stagnation and feeling of being stuck. Here's what surprises me. How do you go from this, looking out on the whole world and deciding what it is you want to do, and having so much hope because the decision is yours? This is a beautiful card. It's looking out on the whole world, having so much hope, choosing which way you want to go, and then you get stuck. So we're going to get some clarifiers for this reading. So let's get a clarifier for that 2 of Wands, please. 2 of Wands. Two of Wands. Okay. You got the Knight of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, 2 knights. Wow, okay. Okay, this is cool. I just love the way the cards just tell a story. All right, knights are things that are coming into your life. So you got the Knight of Wands here, which wands are vitality, creative ideas, good news. A Knight of Wands to me is an adventure. So there is an adventure coming into your life. And you got the Knight of Cups, which represents love and romance, partnership coming into your life at the same time. Remember, 2s are decisions, right? So you were faced with a decision to go with, let's just say that the knights represent people, okay? So you had a decision of going with adventure, a guy that was offering you, or a guy or gal, that was offering you something in the way of adventure, and a guy or a gal that was offering you something in the way of romance. You made a decision to walk away from love to pursue the adventure. Oh my goodness. I love this reading. Okay, well, I can only speak for the ladies, okay, because I'm a lady, right? What woman has not found themselves in a situation where they were faced with two options in the way of lovers, dates, whatever you want to call it, boyfriends, husbands, whatever. A kind guy who will be kind to your heart and who is good and loving and kind, and a little bit of a bad boy who is a lot of fun and is offering you a lot of adventures, maybe rides on the back of his motorcycle. What woman has not been faced with this decision in their life? And listen, I'm not going to judge. You chose the adventure. It happens to us all. One time or another we kind of choose a bad boy sometimes, right? Okay. So that adventurous guy was chosen whenever this was. I don't see a time frame here. But right now, what's happening in the present moment, you're stuck. You feel stuck to this little bit of a bad boy. And let's just not say a horrible person. Let's just say they're just a little bit, they got a little bit of an edge to them, They're fun. So you're in deep with the adventurous guy. And for whatever reason right now, whatever it was in the beginning, it's not anymore. It feels more of you kind of feel bad because you feel like you made the wrong decision. You feel like you're stuck with it. Okay. So what this is first of all, you're never stuck. Nobody is ever stuck. I say that all the time. I get that it's hard to see that sometimes when you're in the middle of it. When you're in the middle of this situation, it is hard to see. But nobody is ever stuck. I promise you there are other options. You can get yourself out of this if you would like to. So I'm going to clarify this strength and 5 because I feel like this is connected to this, and that's very clear to me what the being stuck is about. I'm going to get a clarifier on the 5 of Swords and on the Strength card. First of all, can you clarify that 5 of Swords for me? Okay. Battle. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's what's coming up. This is your card of the outcome. What's coming up is it's coming to a head. There's going to be a conflict. This relationship is coming to a make or break point. Maybe there's a discussion that's coming up. Maybe we're going to hash this out for once and for all. It's going to be tough. You feel battle worn. The 9 of Wands is absolutely the card of being battle worn and exhausted. 9s are also endings. So in the end, you are going to make the decision to leave. You're walking away from this. You're battle worn. You're exhausted. You can't do it anymore. You're making the decision to leave. You are moving on to calmer waters. That's what this card represents. The 6 of Swords. This man and this woman are in the boat and a child. Like maybe you're moving away from this to calmer waters with the help of somebody else that will steer the boat and help you. Here's what's to keep in mind with this card. The swords are in the boat, which means the problems are not going away. They're coming with you. Some of the problems are still going to be there, but you are moving to calmer waters. The Strength indicates that decision to move away from this situation is not necessarily going to be easy, but you do have the strength inside of you to do it, to stay the course, to move on to calmer waters, to get away from this situation that has turned out not to be what you thought it was going to be, not as good as you thought it was going to be. And sometimes strength is feminine strength. It takes tact and diplomacy. So whatever is required to move away from this situation, you have it in you. Okay, I am going to get, let's see, I'm going to use the, actually, since we got travel here, we got movement. You're walking away, you're movement, you're moving, you're in the boat. I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler. So let's get some words of wisdom for our Aries friends, not Aries, I'm sorry, our fire sign friends here. As far as astrological signs or zodiac signs, we got Capricorn and we got Leo here. So one of those might play into your situation. Okay, so some guidance for our fire signs for August 23rd through the 29th. Oop, okay. This is nice. View from above, get the big picture. Sometimes it is really hard to do that. All right. So the Sacred Traveler wants you to know it's easy to forget what the overall journey is about when the traveler gets caught up in day-to-day survival and the ups and downs of life on the road. It's only when the traveler takes time to look at the big picture that he realizes that most worries and anxieties are only temporary. Imagine yourself in the future. Ask yourself if what you are doing now will be important to your future self. Focusing on those concerns takes up valuable life force energy. Keep your focus directed on the important things in life. Let everything else drop away. That's nice. That's good advice. Look at the big picture. This is rough. This is rough energy. It's going to be rough energy for a few weeks, I can tell. But keep your eye on the big picture. What do you want to go to? What do you want to go to in these calmer waters? What do you see there? Visualize what it is that you want your future to look like when you get out of this situation. And you are going to get out of it. You're walking away from this. It's been tough. It's not been good for you. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. That's all I have for the fire signs for this week. I wish you guys the best of luck. And until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.